I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's move on now to page 50 of the Grade 5 Discovering Music Theory workbook, and we'll look at the topic of choosing chords a little bit more closely now as we look in the context of a melody. And we've already seen that even when we've got harmonies, we don't always get absolutely every part of the chord represented. But the principle remains whether you've got a single melody line or a full four-part harmony section, because melody always implies harmony. We're always using notes from the harmony to create melody. And this is where the real magic of music does come in, because a composer picks different components to create a particular melody. And is implying, or she is implying, certain harmonies. And we can only choose which harmonies would best support a melody line by following all the same procedures that we've used so far. We always need to work out what the key signature is, and then we need to choose which chord best represents the notes of the harmony. And you'll find that we don't have every single part of the harmony, and we may get some extra notes as well, as we discovered in the previous challenge. We get little in-between fill-in notes that don't fit in with the chord, and so we have to choose which is our best fit, as it were. And so looking at this melody here, first job is to find out what key we're in. We can't do that. We can't choose the chords until we've figured out what key we're in. And so we look at the key signature, and that gives us two choices. We could be in D major, or we could be in the relative minor, B minor. However, B minor would require a raised seventh, so we'd be looking for A sharps. As there is no A sharp, it can't be the minor key, and so it must be D major. So we can answer that we're in D major. If it is that you choose the minor key and that's not correct, you'll soon find out, because your chords just won't make any sense. They won't fit the options, and so the only explanation is you've got the wrong key. And so you can quickly go back and try it again in the correct key. You will soon figure it out if something isn't working out. And so let's choose what the options are. We're going to have to choose between chords 1, 4 and 5, which are our primary chords, and then we've also got chord 2 as well, built on the first, second, fourth, fifth degrees of the scale. So in D major, first degree of the scale is D, then 2 is E, and then we have F, G is the fourth, and A is the fifth. Then we build our triads, D, F, A, E, G, B, G, B, D, A, C, E. Of course we have F sharps and C sharps, but your key signature will deal with all of that for you. And so let's see what notes we've got here. We've got a C sharp and a D and an E. Oh, why did I write sharp there? Don't know. And then we get a C sharp again. Your key signature deals with that, so you don't really need to worry about it. Now, obviously, we're not going to find a chord with C, D, and E. Now, this is the harmony note. This is the harmony note. This is the harmony note. This is a passing note. So a passing note, just write that there for you to see, is just a note that fills in the gap, that's passing by step. It's just passing through from one harmony note to the next, and its next door notes following through in step. That is not a harmony note. And we can be sure of that because we can see that C and E is part of chord 5. D is not part of that, it's just filling in between by step, so be aware of the existence of passing notes. In the previous challenge we saw that we could have in between notes as well. If I just turn back, we've got this in between note here, just sort of wiggling down and then back again. It's a non-harmony note. And then here we get a D and an A, which is part of, we can see it's chord 1. We've got 2/3 of the chord there, and that nicely explains that we've got a perfect cadence. And so it's always the same regardless of what you're looking at, whether it's a single note melody line or whether it's a 4-part harmony section or any combination. Even if it's a massive orchestral score that's got lots and lots of notes, they will all be representing parts of the chord with extra little embellishments just to fill out the harmonies with in between notes, and we're always going to be choosing between the notes that represent a chord, and so it's always the same procedure and it's always going to be leading to, let's just extend this knowledge a little bit further. We can see we've got a D and an F, that's chord 1. Then we've got an F and a D, that's chord 1. And then here's the end of this little section of music, and so we're going to have a cadence point, like an ending point, that's got to be the prescribed formula of chords, either 4/1, 5/1, or something to 5. They are the cadences that we are dealing with at present. So it's always just the same procedure. We've just now deduced all of that same information from just a single melody line. The principle is exactly the same. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.